there. Oh no, what's this? What's going on? This isn't Stuck Reacts, nor is it a Stuck at Night episode. What's going on? Normally the Stuck Reacts wouldn't be like this. I just felt compelled to kind of give you some behind the scenes. Oh, by the way, great show last night, CanCon. Shout out CanCon. Shout out Jeremy, the Jester channel. Awesome. Go check out yesterday's episode. These Stuck Reacts, normally they're just going to be uploaded, okay? Normally they'll be available at 10, whatever, or they'll premiere at 10 so everybody can kind of hop in on the chat. They're never going to be like this, but as life does, I couldn't upload it in time. So I have to do it this weird live kind of way. So there you go, a little behind the scenes. I hope everyone is having a fantastic night here. Without any further ado, with Stuck Reacts. In a second. That's one way to get my attention. Like even though the words came out of my mouth, my brain was like, say you what?
Mine goes to a little darker place because it's no secret. I'm 100% transparent. That's how we are with this show. I take Suboxone. Been on it for, my God, almost 10 years now. So I've been off opiates for longer than that. So I go to default. Yeah, this is why I'm still taking medication. I'm still reeling from opiates.
Believe it or not, I've seen a few documentaries on opiate rehab, Suboxone, methadone, and more so some of the newer stuff. And this is kind of a tangent from what we're going to be talking about. And this is not necessarily like me apologizing or giving way to, because, you know, kratom, a lot of people use a similar sense like I do, like use that in a way to help kind of maintain
of the negative stigma.
There's a very, very much negative stigma.
I had no idea until recently.
But I started to look at opiate use via this one documentary or two that were like, hey, you know, when people abuse opiates for so long, you kind of got to start looking at them like a diabetic, meaning now their body doesn't make this thing it should have.
You rewire your brain entirely.
Right. And when you do it for so long, I don't know what the studies are on.
Dude, you broke your
not coming
dopamine
back.
feed.
Yeah.
You broke your fucking serotonin use. It really does break a brain.
So when Suboxone Subutex was first being introduced, spoken about, that was one of the ideas. Like it's this kind of, it's like methadone, because methadone is kind of like a long-term thing, but like
way more of a pain in the ass.
It's not supposed to be.
Yeah.
Suboxone is pretty gnarly too, man.
Oh,
like
fuck yeah.
Suboxone, like coming off Suboxone is pretty fucking gnarly.
It's my greatest fear more than death.
But that's on people who are taking that max dose. When you're just like pins and needles getting by. Besides the point, the bigger point is the idea that now your body needs something to make this dopamine it doesn't make anymore.
Correct.
And that's what Suboxone was supposed to do. So fast forward to what we are talking about now. And I stumbled across this video that is literally entitled Oxycontin Patients Then and Now. And I believe these were the patients that were on that initial Oxycontin commercial that was either sold to doctors or pushed to the public.
That's what the great show Dope Sick showed firsthand. A lot of those people on the onset, when oxys were getting mainstream, they took these people and, dude, the drug wreaked havoc on their lives, and a lot of them died. A lot of them or never got off of oxys.
I don't want to get too far into it, but that's what I'm just like most like wowed about is there are some people who are still on it.
Yep.
And guess what? They don't look like drug addicts.
That's the thing about addiction. It hides itself in many, many ways. And it makes us fantastic liars. We lie to ourselves. We lie to our families. We lie to the camera. I lost my entirety of the age of my 20s to opiate addiction.
So this is, I guess, a documentary from
Purdue
JS Online.
Fuck you, Purdue and Sackler family.
And by the way, here's something that was given a green light by the FDA.
That seems to be held in such regard.
FDA. You bitches. So this is 14 years later. They're going to find out what happened to these people. Johnny Sullivan took Oxycontin to relieve his lower back pain.
I got my life back now. Now I can enjoy every day.
Bro, to me, this is the typical Oxycontin patient. I don't want to say that to be like demeaning, but like it's kind of like this Southern drawl. I'm a blue collar worker.
That's what the appeal was for. Yes.
And I do fucking heavy labor. I'm always in pain.
They hit the mining towns first. That's what like shows like Dope Sick showed you. They knew what they were doing.
Anybody who was in my rehab was
contractor or
boilermaker.
Okay.
There were that fucking crazy ass job where like a crane would come in and pick up this 3,000 ton fucking metal and they would be welding underneath of it, and at any moment it could snap and break and crush them, and they were going down these like horrible, gas ridden, and they would work like a month or two at a time, but then be off for a month or two, but make bank in that month or two.
I got to I wasn't named Boilermaker, but doing carpeting, I got to pretty much live that life.
So let's meet some of these folk.
Here's your typical house mother.
Yeah, because I think I let it go for a little bit. So here's Johnny.
I got my life back now. Now I can enjoy every day that I live. I can really enjoy myself. And before, even a good day was hell. I mean, I couldn't enjoy nothing. But now I can enjoy myself. That's when I say it's wonderful.
You can even see that he has that fucking opiate energy. Every day he's just fucking good, man. I'm feeling good.
Oh yeah, he's on right now. And this footage.
But like, what if it's true though? Like, what if it's what if it is his true? Like, what if it is his true self? Meaning, you know what I mean? Like, what if it brought him back to that point?
And at first, that's kind of initially what it does. And at this point, who knows how long he's been using. But I also wanted to point out, we have these videos on the internet because of one very courageous whistleblower from the Purdue sales team who took this shit and held on to it for years. And he didn't sign. He's the only one that didn't sign the NDA. So, okay. Yeah, this is his new normal. And I remember what that felt like.
I look at the future the same way a young guy, 25, 30-year-old would.
Oh, yeah.
Bro, I remember that fucking feeling. Like, bro.
After I snorted it.
Yeah, dude. I'm like, oh, yeah, dude. The sky's the fucking limit right now.
I am my best self now.
Yeah. Nothing can fucking stop me.
His biggest problem was he would sleep a lot. And I mean, he was at the point where could be sitting in here talking like I'm talking and fall right off to sleep while he was talking. I went to the point where I had to put his socks and shoes on, his clothes on, his shaving, wash his hair, look out at him just like you would look out at a 2 or 3-year-old. He said, I'm in so much pain, I've got to have that pain medicine. He said, I just cannot live without that pain medicine.
And he didn't
People would look at him and literally think, well, he's got to be drunk or he's got to be high on something. They didn't know, he was just on a lot of medicine.
This is
this is only 10 years. Like, this is a 14-year later documentary, but only 10 years after he was filmed in 1998. He fell asleep while driving and flipped his truck on a country road in North Kakalaki and was killed instantly.
one way or another, opiate addiction. I mean, I don't know of any cases where you can do it right, and when you're a chronic pain user, it gets really, really complicated.
It happened to me twice driving. One time, it happened to me on US 1 making the big ass fucking on 595 making the big ass turn to US 1 North. Like I fell asleep on the turn and I went off at the last possible moment you could go off left where it's not fucking far down. So I just went off left and I crunched the left front side of my truck, but was able to keep going straight because I landed on the road below me. And then the second time I was doing I was cruising on 595, and this was before 595 was updated. And I'm doing a nice amount of miles per hour, 80 to 90. 595 is supposed to be, I think it's 65. So, it's over the speed limit. And I used to do that one thing where I would pass out as I drive, but I would kind of wake up okay, the car's a few hundred yards in front of me. I can nod off for a second and wake back up.
Pull that, yep.
Right? Mm-hmm. You'd be able to time your nods off. You'd have to learn to drive through the nods.
Very,
what?
I just hope it translates. I get very uncomfortable talking about this shit because it takes me back to a very dark place.
So this one time, I'm well behind this white car coming up in the far right-hand lane in 595. This is where it's 3 lanes wide. I believe this is where I'm just coming over Flamingo. Next thing I know, I'm opening my eyes and I'm right on the ass of the white car. If I didn't wake up in that moment, I would have hit the white car. I don't know how fast I was going, but I said, "Skirt!" And I just yanked my car to the left. I'm doing, like I said, 85, 90 miles an hour. I yanked the car to the left. I start to, I'm turning, but I'm drifting on 595. I'm drifting to the right. I make it, because I hit the angle. So I'm not drifting completely sideways. I'm drifting sideways towards the left side. And I hit the grass. My car catches, whips back around that way. So now I'm drifting instead of the right side of my car drifting west, now the left side of my car is drifting west on the median because I had made a 180. I spun back around on the median.
You're halfway through a tailspin
and sliding through, and then finally the drift slowed down and it drifted back onto 595, and I came to a complete stop on 595 facing east on the west hand side, and I was down below the bridge, so I saw cars coming over the bridge, so I had time to sit there and be like, what the fuck, dude? Yeah. And I turned around and, dude, I drove home like this.
Yeah.
I am perfectly okay right now.
That was the form of shock manifesting, kind of self-survival. I'm okay. Everything's okay.
I drove home. I didn't pass any. And I was like, why can't I? What is it about this drug that something like that needs to happen where I can override that?
Adrenaline had to pump in to overtake everything else.
I know, right. But I know you've been in those moments where you're mad at yourself for passing out.
Mad and embarrassed.
And you're like, what the fuck, man?
My face fell in miso soup at a Japanese restaurant, and so embarrassed, man.
Dude,
yeah.
This is how crazy I was. At one point, my friend Paul, the producer, I'd be driving my truck. And now, mind you, and I'm being honest with you, I think this was a bad move on his part, but I'd be driving and I'd be passing out as I was driving. He'd be like, hey, wake up! And I'd be like, ah! And I jack the wheel off to the left.
Not the best. Yeah.
But in my anger after waking up, I'd be like, bro, just fucking tap me. I would be so you see how crazy that is? I'm passing out and And like, I'm like, bro, if you see me passing out, just tap me.
Yeah, you can't rationalize
how.
that. Like,
yeah, that's not expected for the passenger to just tap the driver
No.
when the passenger looks over and sees the driver. Like, the passenger can't just tap you, bro. But in the same sense, like, I had a point. If you're gonna wake me up from being passed out, don't.
Passenger, especially taking into consideration that passenger's age at that time, don't have the wherewithal to be like, hey, yo, yeah, right now.
But I'm kind of right, though, right?
Like
in the idea that if you wake somebody up like that, you don't want them to do that.
You're going to have a panic reaction.
But I shouldn't have got us in that situation.
I completely get it. Yeah. % fall down.
But don't wake me up like that, okay? Just tap me, bro.
That would have probably been the safer way to do it. But yeah.
Let's continue with this.
Do go on, yes.
So this guy died. So what we were talking about and like having jokes about with Johnny, unfortunately, he died. He flipped his truck and died instantly.
And my phone rang, and it was him. And he said, I can't go no farther. And the highway patrolman told me within 5 minutes after I got off the phone with him, he ran off the road. That's when he ran off the road. And they said what happened, eyewitness behind him said that they thought maybe he'd got distracted, which I knew what was wrong with him. He fell asleep from that medicine. I knew what it was.
Why not? I never understand. Just pull over. But I didn't either.
Yep.
Like, he called his wife to tell her he can't go any farther. Well, then don't. But here we are, like, high or drunk or whatever, like, I can't keep going. It's like, well, then don't, man. Pull over.
There's no thinking straight. He may have had the rationale at one point, but quickly overridden by, no, I could do it. You're just not thinking right, man. There's no structure. There's no train of thought that can go uninterrupted, where you make a salient point that is saving your life. When you're on opiates and your brain's all fucked up, it's going to go from, yeah, I can't do this anymore. You know what? I'm going to give it another shot. Or, okay, yep, we're good now. Who knows? Who the fuck knows, man? Brain is poisoned at that point.
I'm sitting here kind of realizing, trying to this is a thing, dude, that our own government, the FDA, said is okay.
Man.
This is a thing that you and I have experienced loss from left and right. And by all means,
still losing friends like
we
flies.
Are allowed, still losing friends like flies.
2 ODs in 1 week.
And this is why we are allowed to throw levity at the situation. But when you look at it, this is the pandemic. The opioid addiction and the not doing anything about helping people how to get off of that. Like, I know so many more people who passed away from opioids than I do the current virus going around.
Oh, fucking
and I'm being told that I can't go out. Dude, I would go driving when I was on opiates, and they're telling me I can't go driving on COVID. Fuck out of here.
Yeah. When you put those two together, absolutely. We survived. We're still reeling from it. I don't think you ever.
I don't even know if we did. I think our paths are ever set differently. We have survived, but it's just a matter of how long, what will catch up. Like, it's just when you look at the statistics, it's like eventually everything catches up. It's like 95% of addicts end up dying or some crazy shit like that. Like it's not.
Dude, out of one group of friends that had about maybe 30 people in it, 2 murders, 2 suicides, and about 12 ODs. All the same group of friends. So, yeah. And, you see these communities, you look at the system that was in place. It took them too long. It took our system too long to figure out helping was the answer.
But our system didn't want to help.
Everybody was profiteering.
Exactly. That's what I mean. Like
FDA, the Purdue Sackler family, and then you feed the prison system. They're getting our tax dollars get subsidized and pays them more to house these criminals, not fixing any problems. Just
that's where I'm confused, and like, you know, like people are upset that, you know, this generation isn't having kids, and it's like maybe we've been fucked up that much to where a lot of people don't want to. It's not even the point where, like, you know, some of your parents were like, well, when I had a kid, it made me more responsible. It's like, bitch, I barely made it. I couldn't imagine having a kid now and them having the same addictive personality I did, and being where I don't have the same foundation to help. It's just like,
what's the number one thing you hear the most from a would-be father or new father, or, you know, a friend that had a kid? Because what I hear every time is, oh, they're my only purpose. They're the only reason I'm alive. That's typically what I hear. They complete me now, you know. Not
from any dad who's in addiction.
No,
I'll tell you that much.
Damn right about that.
I've never seen a dad be pulled out of addiction who was in. I have to be careful what I say here, because I do know one very personal.
I've seen people cry.
I would not think this person, you would consider them in full addiction, but there are tale of being told that if a child did not happen, this person would be a lot worse off.
I've heard examples of the same. Understood.
Hang on. Look at me.
No shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Say no more, fam.
No.
But
I'm almost on the strike. Like, I could see it.
I've seen that be said. So it's just like, you know, if that inches by that close, like the next one in line doesn't really make it. You know what I mean? And then the next one, it's like, fuck, man, just asking for, like, it needs that. Yeah, it's just
it becomes too big for me to think about. But
too deep.
It does strike very deep.
I think we got to finish this.
Yeah, let's see what happened with Lauren here. Lauren started taking Oxycontin for severe back pain. Man, they were making that shit for kids before they went down. Purdue was making Oxy for children, and they were making a 108. They was individualize the dose to excuse giving people the highest amounts.
What they got by with was the time release. They were like, hey, if we make this for time release, we can give this for small to moderate pain. Excuse me.
Their stupid statistic that sold the drug so well, under 1% chance of addiction, was all based on a lie, and that gets completely shown how that it came to be.
I can't blame. I have such a weird, yes, I got my first pill from the doctor because I got my tooth pulled. And I had a crazy first Spanish test where I was fucking amazing in this horrible poster board, but I had such a great presentation that I got like a B+ on the whole project.
Yeah,
like,
I've been there, I know.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
But the first time I bought it on the streets was from my weed dealer. So it's like this, it's like this even thing. Like, I had my first experience through a doctor which I want to be mad, but I'm not like everybody where after that experience, I maintained that and kept on the opiates. Like, this was many years later where I then tried it again. And for whatever reason, it was just like, especially fucking waking up with a hangover, bro. I can't tell you
I know. It was
how many times, like, doing one, I'd be like,
ready to go round two.
Let's fucking no, not even round two. Like, it's time to go to work.
Yes, I did that.
Fuck round two. Like, I gotta go to work and be a person. This is gonna be fucking great. I had a great time last night, but time to fucking.
That's how I started my mornings when I was in construction, and that's how I'd walk in when I was a DJ. Yeah. I didn't think I could live without it.
I think when I first started, I was on 20 milligrams in the morning and 20 in the evening. And it worked.
How many years? 14?
Since I've been on this new pain medication,
14.
I have not missed one day of work. And my boss really appreciates that. Lauren is there every day.
Look at that
so I'm
mobility
able to be
of hers.
Very productive person again.
It's just like, do you remember at the very beginning when you weren't being affected by any slurs or anything like that?
Yep.
And I'm not talking about racial slurs. Okay. I'm talking about real, like, drug slurs.
Yeah, I'm very familiar with them.
this is where they're all at that point. Like they recorded it at the perfect time where
the peak.
The peak. Everything is just like
before the downhill.
Everything is good.
Yeah, very, very well timed on their part, strategic, if you will.
But was it? Because they had no idea. I really don't think they had an idea. So here's what I think. I don't think it was as nefarious as it was. Maybe study less.
I'd say look into as deeply as you can the Sackler family.
I get you. I understand.
With
Dope Sick. I've been watching, but it's just like that's also the sensationalized version of why they did it too. So you have to think the truth is in the middle. And I do think that they started off with the idea of like helping people. And then they really thought maybe they were convinced, maybe they were tricked, maybe one of the family member was being playing them. But hey, if we make it time release, it's not as addictive. Dude, sometimes rich people are pretty fucking stupid and ignorant when it comes to money, and it doesn't have to be nefarious. It just could be like, well, yeah, if you say that,
it was
then
a
fuck
means
it.
Of profit, and they hid anything that would make it look negative,
which is really great.
As we all did.
Eventually, it stopped working, and it got increased. I think it was 40 in the morning and 40 in the evening.
She started out with 30 a day, and then in the interview she said 20 milligrams in the morning, 20 milligrams in the evening, and now right here she's saying 40 milligrams in the morning and 40 in the evening. Do you remember knowing how many you needed?
Yeah,
like to keep going, like for the day,
and then losing control. But yes,
how many times did you know how many you needed, but knowing you were short of how many you needed?
Worst feeling in the world. Worst.
It was just like, what the fuck,
dude? It totally made my world all about getting back to that even keel.
And then the worst times were like looking around, everything you normally would pawn and take back is gone.
How many hours spent looking through the fucking carpet?
Yeah, that too. Just like maybe just double checking like the seats, because like, dude, no bullshit. I found like 3 or 4 there in my total time. There'd be those times where I look between the car seats. There's a full fucking 30. I'd be like, no, dude. Did I tell you my craziest story of coming back from Georgia?
Yeah, you know,
and the dude was passed out.
Yeah. You told me.
Just like I've had those times to where it's just like gambling. We're like, well, I've won like that, so it must happen again, and it doesn't.
No.
All those times you're hoping you find something in your seats, doesn't happen. All those times you hope your dealer stayed up a little later than he should have so you can get what you needed to, doesn't happen.
You know, it still haunts me to this day is the very old school cell phone I used to have had a specific, like, weird kind of generic ringtone to it. I think of that ringtone and it's like reliving those terrible days all over again. Because I would stay in bed and feel like shit and be dope sick, and I'd hear that specific ring, be like, "Oh, my dealer just re-upped."
Yeah.
And I'd fucking
you would get the text, bro.
Like, yep. Like I got, and then just I from being isolated on my bed all day, I would beeline. I'd walk. I'd take my bike and throw it over a brick wall, jump over the wall, and go through the trailer parks of 8th Street and whatever. Yeah.
You would get the text though, but you would know because like the day or two before you bought your last amount, he'd tell you, "Bro, I'm having a little trouble.
Yeah, I was maybe
this might be it," and they would always tell you that.
Yep.
They're like, "Listen, I might not be able to get," and then you call them tomorrow. Guess what? I didn't pick up.
Yeah.
It would just ring and ring. You'd be like, fuck, it's happening. And you'd call them a few times. And then finally, you'd maybe call a friend you haven't called in a while to see if they found.
Man.
Every now and again, they'd pull through.
Yep.
But it'd be like $5 more than normal. And you have to buy them one.
Yes.
But you'd be like, you know what, dude, fuck it.
I remember the game, the desperation.
But eventually, it came down to where your boy wouldn't pick up. Then you'd call that guy. He would want one, but all you had was enough for one to get yourself, and it'd just be like, I can't. Like it
was the most stressful fucking way to live a life. It was the worst. It really was the worst, and I wasted a lot of good years there.
I had fun.
I
right?
did too, yeah.
But goddamn,
The cost was high.
Looking back on the stress of it all,
nonstop. Yeah, that's why I still have a reservation about taking anything.
just like the restaurant industry gives me that vibe. Just like working in the restaurant industry just gives me that vibe of just like needing it to go and just like
Because you're on the go.
getting it dropped off to you.
That whole
Going to pick up at my boy's restaurant where he worked at.
walking into
Where
that specific spot in the parking lot.
oh my god, yeah, just waiting, like just looking around.
Trying not to look awkward while
Yeah.
waiting, and
And he comes to the car. Hey, what's up, man?
can I sit in the car
You're
real
like,
quick and
"Oh,
do this?
shit."
Yeah.
Man, you're making me think back of all the times of just like picking up. Like I
It's
totally
happening
forgot
in
about the
real time.
ritual of picking up.
I thank God it's so far back, but damn, after living a life like that, I don't know.
There was a
man.
fun to it, like this, like, oh yeah, you pick up and like, so like that's what's even more hard to kick to me sometimes is like the whole culture, this whole fun, like around going to pick up and like, are you or aren't you? Like you got a little bit of adrenaline rush from all this.
I
like,
mean, that's all I would be functioning on when I'd get that call and walk
Yeah.
while going through the pains and the ills and the stuffy nose. And dude, I mean, Paradise Village, where we lived, had it was surrounded by a big brick wall and a canal. I'd take my huge bike, I'd always fucking scuff myself up and throw it over the fucking thing, hoping it didn't break, and then get my body weight to lift over this giant wall, brick wall, jump down way too fucking high, and sometimes a cop will be turning around that corner. And then I got to take the bike and
how would you
make
come
the
back
trek.
from picking up? Would you come back to that same spot, or would you take the long way around?
I had to
'cause you
make.
didn't give a fuck?
I would roughly had to make two different decisions. I'd either go the long. No, it was usually always the back. It was just quicker to get home and do what I wanted to do.
But like going back was fucking fine. Was fucking cakes,
I
right?
felt great. By that time, I already had like 2 snorted in me. Then I got into smoking them like fucking crack, like letting them melt down the tinfoil. And me and my buddy from back in the day, and
is like nothing in life supposed to be that fun anymore?
man, I don't know, like because I've been going through lots of depression.
Is nothing in life supposed to give you like, dude? I would like
instant gratification. I've been starting to like miss the fucking high. I can't have it anymore. I have something.
I just been missing what I would do on it, like how I would feel on it. Like, yeah, I'm gonna help you out. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna fucking. I have the motivation to do that. Like
Now we have to dig a little deeper for something that
I just want to know if that was me the whole time or that's fake me. And
we manifested an artificial, different, perverted, but not always the worst type of person of ourselves on that. And we were something that we're not supposed to be.
I don't know.
And we're
I don't know if I
relearning.
was born with the dopamine shortage to where that's why I was seeking that out. You know,
It fell on my lap, and
it fell on my lap, but there's the reason why I connected with it so hard, and I will never know why.
I was told that I had a predilection for addiction, or that I
yeah,
had
but
the
that's
addictive
just
personality.
that's just easy.
You could say that to fucking anybody, really. But I still seek it, and it sucks. Like, drinking sucks. You know, there's really nothing. I smoke. There's nothing like that specific euphoric high where you felt amazing, and anything you did while on it was amazing. Playing video games.
Invincible. Didn't fucking matter. I'd sit there like, fuck yeah, and then I'd take that and I'd be playing some GTA
I feel
4.
so productive, too.
I played GTA 4, just oh yeah, fucking just like
This has turned into two addicts reminiscing.
feeling the left end, but that's what it is.
Yeah.
Sorry,
I mean,
that's what we're talking about.
I'll never, for my own personal reasons that are not very personal, I'll never ever be that again. I sacrificed too much time, too many years, and it simplified life. It gave you a structure.
But I just
of a
want that
simplified,
fun. I want that enjoyment through things without that drug.
Yeah.
And like, why is it so difficult to find that? And I do find that from time to time.
Here and there.
But I think what I've come to understand over the time is you're not supposed to get that. That's a fake feeling.
It was completely
That much
artificial.
fun.
That happiness, that
Listen,
peak.
when Red Dead Redemption 2 first came out, I had that feeling. I'm not going to lie. And I played that and I had that feeling. That was 1 day, 2 day. Was never that much. It's never that much again. and that's a good lesson to learn.
Yeah.
But there isn't, I don't know if I'm broken or if I just don't know how to enjoy things better. Does that make sense?
I mean,
how can I make everything I like? Like, I could take opiates, made everything Red Dead Redemption 2.
Yeah.
How do I make that happen without opiates?
That's a very deep question.
And was I born like that? With that flaw, with that lack of a chemical to have that vibe? Or is that natural and I fucked that up and I need to kind of reestablish that line, that path myself?
Here is the most heartbreaking news that I got. That's the closest thing that I could answer if that question were asked to me, is when I was seeking, Nova University, and I had the student and the actual doctor. And I remember it was after I had my first anxiety attack after I took some ecstasy. And I remember asking, is it possible that I have broken my brain somehow? Why do I have these weird anxiety issues that I never had before? Did I do something? Did I damage my brain? Did I break it? And they both said it's very possible. And I broke down and cried, and I knew that my life would never really be my own. And from that day forward, I would just seek how to escape my own broken brain or mind. And that structure, I knew how to get what I wanted, and I got what I wanted, and then that was the end of it. Now, that structure is gone. All I have is to find satisfaction in everything in life within itself. It's a challenge, man. I don't know.
I know. I just want to know if I was robbed. Like, did I rob myself?
I think I robbed myself.
Or was I born
I was perfectly,
with that
whatever
robbery?
the fuck normal was, I was perfectly that happy, normal, everything, and then I fucked myself up.
Yeah, see, I don't know if I was, but I would like to think that I was and that I fucked it up. That'd be I'd feel a lot better if I know I fucked it up.
I feel
as
like
opposed
it's
to
without question. I knew that anxiety attack where I couldn't look people in the eye, or my neck would get too stiff, and I'd feel like my skull was gonna go fucking flopping one way or the other because I couldn't maintain eye contact. I couldn't be in front of people. I was always such a people person, and then when I had those problems, I had to escape them.
See, I always had that. Like, I did acting since elementary school, middle school, high school. So and you would talk to me and I would tell you I fucking hate speaking in front of people. I would tell you I hate it, but I still enjoyed acting. So it was something about escaping into something who wasn't me allowed me to be whatever that was in front of people. I didn't have to. So there was something about escaping from a young age.
That's something that we both seem to have
allowed you to escape.
Very much. I didn't have to face any of the issues, the depression that came from the result of the anxiety, and oh my God, that anxiety, bro. I say I conquered it. It's not a lie. It's just that I learned to deal with it. I mean, I don't deal with it. It's just, they're not the issues that they used to be, but I'm proud because I don't have to use those things that I needed back then to feel like I was being my peak me. I'm going through some weird
I
shit
still
right
kind of do. I'm like, man, that's just fucking a better level. I don't know how to put it. Let's finish Mrs. Lauren here.
And then eventually that got increased. This went on for years. I lost my job and I lost my insurance. So it got to the point where I couldn't afford it. And I didn't buy it one time, and that was the beginning of the end for me. Because I could no longer afford it, but the time that I went without it was probably the most
painful,
unbelievable, excruciating,
yep.
horrible time of my life.
So
the
helpless.
withdrawals were just unbelievable. I just knew eventually I was, I'd probably kill myself, OD, taking this medicine. I would never take another Oxycontin. You couldn't get me to take another Oxycontin.
I stand by that too.
Never again.
What's that?
I stand by that too. I feel like I don't want to say I got it out of my system because sometimes I get that weird curiosity out of the blue, just fucking get off the Suboxone and get yourself a little high, bro. But I don't think I could ever do that to myself. I won't betray myself and the things that I put my family through ever again. Given the opportunity, I'd say no.
I will never say never because I don't want to talk for future me.
Yeah,
but
you seem a little fickle, man. Like
at
you're
this
getting
moment,
nervous.
no, don't be nervous. I'm just saying, like at this moment, it's not something I could. It's too much stress. It'd be too much. Like if I got into that, that'd be lights out. Like after I'd be on the downside, I'd be like, all right, y'all, I'm checking out. So it's something I don't even think about because of just it gives me like when I get high and like smoke a little marijuana and think about using that, I get so much anxiety. It's not even funny.
You think about it while you're high?
Yeah, I'm like I could just imagine like if I went out and like picked up which one
that would spoil it for me.
I can't even find it.
Opiate.
I can't even find it, so it'd be hard to find. But if I did go out and pick it up and take it, I know if I use 3 days in a row, I'm gonna get physically addicted to it because I know my body. And it's just like that's what happened. Like there's never been one time when yes, there has been. There's been maybe 10 times where I went out, bought a few Roxys that day, used it, went home, had a good day. But guess what? 3 days later, I went out and bought more, and then in that stretch, did the 3 days thing in a row and got physically addicted to them again. You know what I mean? Like, there's never been a time where the 1 day in a row, if it didn't lead to 3 days in a row that day, it led to it.
Yeah.
Always. So, like, that's one thing that steers me clear from that, and just going through that. I could not imagine having the responsibilities I had now, having to go do what I had now, having to do this.
Too fucking much.
Going through withdrawal, I would I couldn't. I would keep myself in addiction because I couldn't deal with everything.
I would, if I ever could choose the way I'd commit suicide, getting really dark here, I would choose to OD. I know that. And, I want
hospice. I want to go out in hospice. I want them to be like, well, you know, he's lived a good long life, but he's in hospice now, and hospice they pump you full of opiates, so you just eventually
yeah.
Dude, I want that. I want that. Mark my words here. Stuck at Night, January 11th, 2022. I want to go out in hospice. If I don't die in my sleep, which, God damn it, if I do, I'm gonna be so pissed. But I'll be dead, so I won't care. But if I don't die in my sleep, I want to go out in hospice where you pump. Like, is that bad though? Like, I made it this far in life with no opiates, and like the last thing I die with is with opiates. Like, does the opiates win?
No, I don't think so.
Fuck yeah, they did. It was awesome. Get the fuck out of here. I had a great time. I'm dead. I'm dying.
If you're at the point of hospice and you are fucking dying, it's your right to go out however the fuck you want to go.
I want to be like, yeah.
Yeah, there it is.
Then I'll say some like crazy shit. I'm like, yo, what's up? Welcome to the Josh podcast. I'll like,
and then you die.
I'll have this moment of energy, and then I'll just die. Yeah.
And you just flicker right out.
That's because the opiates kicked in.
Yeah.
Been a long time coming.
How bittersweet to die while you're at your happiest moment of euphoria.
I mean, every opiate addict ever.
Woo! I feel great. Oh, fuck.
I can't tell you how many people I know like died like mid. Fucking high.
Yeah.
So that's got to be feeling pretty good, and they don't even know it.
I would sure hope so, man.
No, I'm telling you, they don't even know it.
No, I don't think.
Do
so
you
at
remember nodding out? No, you don't.
I remember.
Maybe you remember waking up from the nods.
Yes, I do.
Right.
I remember,
but if you're by yourself,
I remember the consistent enough, like blackout to awake.
If you're by yourself, you remember the cues of nodding out. Like all of a sudden, the TV show is a few minutes ahead. You remember the chat being left open and someone saying hello, question mark. Like you remember the cues, but you do not yourself remember nodding out. And that's what our friends, our brethren, our women are in felt is they just nodded out.
It was the final nod out. I don't remember
The final nod out.
What episode it was. But you were here. We were doing one episode, dude. I don't know if it's during a react, but do you remember? This is like maybe months ago. I accidentally took the entire Suboxone instead of the little. I told you to.
No, I don't remember.
And yeah.
Did you have the final nod out?
I had no nodding sensation. I felt like anxiety energy, and I didn't. It was a weird thing. I need to go find that fucking episode.
Yeah, you do.
Rewatch myself because I was not comfortable. I was not enjoying it. So I wonder if that's what it would feel like now. All right, we really bled this one out.
Like those subs are strong. I'm not gonna lie,
dude.
They're strong.
I take the fucking smallest piece of.
That's why you take
shit.
the weeest amount.
Yeah. Like literally, here's my thumb, and I'll take something. Can you even see the? Oh, there it is. I'll take something that size, even smaller. But I accidentally took the fucking full 8 milligram thing under my tongue because it stuck to my finger. I was like, oh shit, I can't spit it out. It's subliminal or whatever the fuck. It's already in my fucking tongue. And I was like, oh boy, this is going to be...
Once you commit to it, that's... You're okay.
I just remember saying this is going to be a fucking episode.
It's kicking in now.
And
Here's Ira. He suffered from fibromyalgia. I think it's like the fakest pain disease ever. I don't know. I'm just making that up.
Okay.
It's one of those pain diseases where they can't diagnose it yet. They're just like, yeah, you probably got that if you're telling us.
Physical therapy hopefully will get me strong enough where eventually I won't need to use the drug therapy. But the drug therapy allowed me to do the physical therapy, which in turn lowered my blood pressure and lowered the blood levels.
Guys seem pretty serious about, wow.
He was found dead in his apartment a few years later.
The high blood pressure and heart disease.
Yeah,
abusing narcotics.
He died of COVID, right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
He had some mental health problems for years. Doctor shop for pills.
Periodically,
pill mills.
he and I would go have lunch together. In the conversation was always the fact that he was taking lots of meds. He had just seen the doctor, or he was just going to see the doctor,
This was
or
life
he was
became.
about to meet a new doctor. So the word doctor and meds and pain, those words
Yeah,
come
you know, when
over and over.
when the first doctor who prescribes you those painkillers doesn't kind of describe to you what this is, what these are, you kind of think like this is the answer. And if you're kind of ignorant enough, you'll seek out that answer. And I don't think the doctors then were going to tell you, oh, well, this is why you think it's good, because it's an opiate. They just kind of said, no, I can't prescribe them to you anymore. Or something like that. So you're like, well, I'm going to go to a different doctor and he's going to give me the answer. Why are you not giving me the answer? You know, there was no
you ever get into
information.
A back and forth with a doctor and you're just like, look, listen, I know you think I'm here because I'm just trying to use, I'm in pain. I just leveled with the doctor. I said, look, I'm in pain. Just give me a prescription. I'm out of here. And he's like, all right, fuck it. That happened once where I wasn't going to go through the fucking rigmarole. I was out of my blues. And I was going to get some fucking Vicodin or something, and I got to point at this scar, even though I was far healed. I was all healed from it. And I was hand-fed Percocets for 3 months, about 4 times a day by a nurse after I got sent home. And then after that, they just, cold turkey, hey, no more help from us.
I always played the ignorant card at the...
oh, yeah, like
I don't know
what
why
do you
I'm here.
think?
It's the first time I'm here. I don't know. What do you think
I played many different fucking faces.
Yeah.
Oh, you think 8 milligrams?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
well, that's good.
I don't know much about
maybe
this stuff. Yeah.
Maybe I'll try
And if
that.
I was high, even better.
Yeah.
Because I could be
I
all
could
charismatic and win them over. But
Yeah.
if I was fucking sick,
my leg.
if you were sick, dude,
Yeah.
you weren't the people person.
Nah,
they saw right fucking through you.
You just wanted to get it and be done with it.
And you're just so irritated at everything.
Like one time I got, I was that person, but, they used to make you take a drug test. And I had done a little skeeter like 3 days before. And she's like, you tested positive for blow. And I'm like, don't tell me that. She's like, we can't serve you. And I'm like, come on. She's like, nah, I'm just going to throw this away. You're fine. And she's like, I got you. And I'm like,
Jesus
oh my God,
Christ.
thank God.
Wow.
But this was the time when blues were gone and you couldn't find a blue. So like you'd have to get like prescribed. Like, so I tried like, just what do you got? She's like, I'll prescribe you oxymorphone. Try some of those. I'm like, okay. And I tried them like, nothing hit like that at the time. So you tried the oxymorphone. They're like, yeah, these are whatever, but where's the fucking blues, man?
Dude, we were living in the wild west of fucking opiates, brother. That's
Dude,
what
they
it
were
was.
they were like, if we don't got
know-
that one, you take that one.
The system didn't know what to do with us. We didn't
I
know
never
what to do
doctor
with
shop.
us.
Did you? I never even had the inkling to do that.
I had better success on the trailer parks with my dealers. I didn't have to do the whole
you didn't
doctor
have
thing,
to. They did it for you.
I would always help somebody get a ride or something, and I get something out of it, you know. But wow, way too much energy invested.
Yeah, dude, 95 in commercial, boy. Woo wee!
Did you get into the episode of Dope Sick where they fucking reach Florida?
I did not yet. I did not yet.
The scene where they reach the first pill mill in Florida is way too real. Way too real.
I need to watch this.
Over again. And I would say, where's the pain? I did ask him that. And he'd say, all over it. Especially my back and my arms and my shoulders, all over.
Here's Mary. So she's one of the ones that are still
when
on
I
it.
started taking Oxycontin,
And she doesn't look bad.
No, she looks put together.
The first time I had felt normal.
Even now, though.
My original injury 10 years ago. All that time I had suffered greater or lesser extent of pain, and now I feel absolutely normal. I love what I do, and it would be just heartbreaking for me if I had to give up my career because my back hurt so much I couldn't work. It makes it possible for me to live a more or less normal life.
So wow.
Here's what I didn't like about this is they didn't show her.
Rheumatoid arthritis at 25.
Like they just showed her from the back.
Yeah, what's okay? See, that's a little.
And like she was kind of twitchy. Like you see how she twitched?
I love what I do, and it would be.
This is a little strange.
Just
yes.
Heartbreaking for me if I had to.
So that was
no
odd about
doubt
that.
that's strange.
Back
Okay.
hurt so much I couldn't
But
work.
you know, there's one of the ones who are still on it to this day. Why would they make it look bad? You know.
That is very strange.
Susan, as you said, died rheumatoid arthritis at age 25.
Allows her to fight. Yep, we all thought it made us function better.
This medication does not turn you into a zombie. It has
lady.
turned me into an active person again.
Yeah, it's called high.
All these pictures, I look at myself, I look so heavy and so unhappy. And now I look completely different. I feel different. Life is wonderful again. I have found life again.
I know that
and it's worth
feeling.
living
Yeah,
now.
so do I.
And I'm so grateful.
Watch her though. Look at this.
And
I am afraid that
boy.
people like me, patients with legitimate chronic pain who can't live without
Yeah, and I've heard this one a lot.
these kinds of drugs, in addition to
Stigmatisms.
other things I do to manage the pain, I'm afraid we're the ones that are going to pay for it.
Yeah.
We'll be made to suffer. If people get overwhelmed in this idea that, oh, we have to do away with these or whatever, it makes me worry for me and how my life is going to be affected. I can't go back to the way it was back in the early 90s.
And we have legitimate people
And
like
you know
that.
what sucks is you just wonder like, is that because like, are you really, or is it because like you don't want to go
She
through the?
She doesn't know anything different than living the way she does. So that's where I'll lay the accountability. She doesn't know any different or any better, for lack of a better word.
Yeah, I mean 98. I wonder if she's still around right now.
Yeah.
Do you want to see what we're told since we're on this topic? You want to see what happens to your brain when you're on opioids and how how you overcome it?
This will explain the broken brain syndrome I've assigned myself.
I think this is a good take us home, Johnny.
Good, because I got to buy alcohol.
This is Susan. Susan loves to bike.
Hello, Susan.
While out for a ride, she falls and breaks her arm.
What a stupid bitch.
Damn it, Susan. Damn it, Obama.
Send a signal through the
Yeah,
spinal
damn it,
cord to
Obama.
the brain, which interprets the signal as pain.
Ouchies.
Susan
Fauci?
understands the pain means she needs to go to the
Fauci's.
hospital, and her body is equipped for survival, helping her not to panic so she can seek help.
I'm scared of this.
That's what the
video.
opioids are.
Covered in proteins called opioid receptors.
Mm-hmm.
These receptors act like a brake to slow down the neuron's ability to send pain signals.
Hell yeah.
When injured,
Like I break my bone, but now I'm high as shit because my bone is broken.
Well, you have a.
I remember that. I broke my leg. Granted, I was drunk as shit, but I broke my tibia in my right leg, and I was so calm that everybody thought I was lying. Like, I was so calm that the ambulance driver was like, "It's not broken." Dude, the ambulance driver, the guy who's paid, and you saw my X-ray, right? Spiral fracture, broken. He's like, "This is not broken. You're fine." I'm like, "No, I'm pretty sure this is bad." He's like,
"Take my word
I'm pretty sure it's not. I'm the pro."
Quick anecdotal story, and I'm sure there's many examples like this. Out of respect, I won't give his name. I have in the past. We have a person that is no longer with us. He once stabbed a knife through his fucking arm like so, and dragged the knife from the top of the wrist down, and he just wanted opiates that bad, and he got a big old prescription for it.
They didn't ask how the stab happened?
I don't know the details of when he got to the hospital. I was there when he cut his arm in half. And then that same person at a different party, same trailer, broke his fucking hand by punching a door repetitively just so he could go to the doctor and get driven there. And yep.
Woo-wee!
This is natural painkillers called endorphins. Like a key in a lock, endorphins activate opioid receptors, slowing down the pain signal and preventing a panic. Susan gets treated for the broken bone, but 3 months later, her arm still hurts. And now that pain is making her feel depressed and anxious. So her doctor prescribes an opioid painkiller. There are many different opioids.
That noise.
But they all share a chemical similarity to our own endorphins. This allows them to bind the same opioid receptors and stop pain signals. But that's not all they do. Deep inside Susan's brain is a region called the ventral tegmental area, or VTA for short. The VTA is full of neurons that produce a chemical called dopamine. When something good happens, dopamine is released, giving Susan a feeling of pleasure.
Just so people understand.
This helps teach her brain to keep seeking out good things.
And just look how long this is.
Keep dopamine neurons in check. Inhibitory neurons keep the brakes on until something good comes along. Just like the pain neuron, these neurons are covered in opioid receptors. When Susan takes the painkiller prescribed by her doctor, the opioid receptors turn off the inhibitory neurons and release the brake on the dopamine neurons. The rush of dopamine temporarily eliminates Susan's depression and anxiety.
Euphoria.
And she feels relief, calmness, and even euphoria.
She's like, fuck yeah.
Life is good.
As Susan continues to take the painkillers, her brain responds by trying to regain its balance. Her inhibitory neurons work extra hard, even when the opioid receptors.
Come on, fucking work it.
Be happy.
Look, that's how much dopamine it's producing now.
Dopamine.
Just a little bit.
Susan finds that she needs to increase her dose of painkillers in order to feel comfortable. This is called tolerance. Eventually, Susan's pills run out.
Oh shit! Because her health insurance cut her off.
Overtime were let loose, clamping down on those dopamine neurons and shutting them off almost completely. Now, not only is Susan in pain, but the depression and anxiety come back.
Double
On
fold.
top of that, Susan feels
Okay, what's the time frame we're at? We're at
2:58.
So they're just now getting to withdrawals, right? So we're at 2:58. We talked about all the good stuff. What's going on right now? We'll say 2:55. We got to the withdrawal conversation, and let's see how we deal with withdrawals. Nat Geo.
ravaged by an inescapable physical sickness far worse than any flu. Susan's body is going through withdrawal. Most people who take opioids for a long time tend to experience some withdrawal, but they can still stop taking the pills and return to normal. But for people like Susan, it's not so easy.
Bro, this is from 2017 by National Geographic. They just said that most people who take opiates don't experience withdrawal.
That's a line of bullshit.
If you take opiates for 3 days, you're going to experience physical withdrawal.
Absolutely.
What's the difference between you and I and somebody who feels that withdrawal and is like,
I would like that entire thing just updated. I don't know. Shit. Kind of thrown for a loop, man.
Genetics and the environment she grew up in put her at a higher risk for addiction. Her withdrawal symptoms aren't just unpleasant.
I just know far too many people. There's no way.
Listen to this.
Susan thinks the only way to feel normal is to find more opioids.
Yep, that's
and
right.
This is how the cycle of opioid addiction emerges, driven by a brain trying to regain its balance. But there is hope for Susan. Though the road to recovery can be challenging and there may be setbacks, treatment can retrain Susan's brain. With the help of medication and therapy, Susan finds pleasure in her life once again.
Too fluffed. Way too easy.
Bro, I'm being generous. Where does this say right now?
You're at, we're at 4 solid.
4 solid. And where was it at before? 255?
Yeah, 255.
Just about a minute for withdrawal, but about 3 minutes, almost 4 minutes for how good it is. And that's not Geo. So, like, how much control do the drug companies have over some of the things we watch?
Because they have too much fucking money, man. I mean, this is, remember, America's the only country that allows the fucking the drug companies to advertise to you. And you go to the doctor, I think this and this would that would work. And every other first world country's like, no, I'm a doctor and I'm going to tell you what's best. We got it backwards here, man.
They have way too much money. Yeah, Stuck Reacts, opioids. We just watched it.
This became a bit more personal as I knew it would trigger some latent emotions. So, yeah, you got all of us in this clip. We reacted and we went through our very own memories down on this journey with you guys.
If you liked it, please be sure and give that a good old like down below. Share it if you would like, and of course, please subscribe. Welcome to Stuck Reacts.
And if you have any experiences that are somewhat similar or fall in this domain, feel free to reach out.
Awesome.
That's it.
Deuces.
Take care, guys.
Hey. Speak, sir. Eli, are you talking? You're going to talk? Does he not know he's on? Maybe he doesn't know he's on. We planned this, so this is like I'm not like punking him right now. But he's just kind of mute. Maybe he took. Did our opioid episode, did you go, yeah, man, you're on. How come you're not saying nothing? You're muted. Dash gummit, Eli. You have to change your volume, change your input on your phone. Like hit that speaker button. Go down there and hit the speaker option. Yeah, you're not muted over here there, buddy. So it's on your phone, man. Oh, this is a bummer. We were trying to be like, hey, what's going on? Listen, thank you for coming out and watching. This is a different way to do this. What's up, Indy? What's up, Broken Patriot? What's up, Bran? What's going on? Techno Liffus, that name always gets me. You know who you are. Eddie James, Christina. Going through the thing right now because we're trying to figure out what happened to our buddy Eli. He's soundless. Maybe put headphones in or something. It's a bummer, man. People, we're waiting to hear your side of things, man. I can't just be sitting here by myself while you're on the screen looking all handsome. Can't be a handsome man while I'm sitting here looking like a boring man. It's a boring man. Come on, man. What's going on, dude? Seriously. Well, at least the Stuck Reacts went off without a hitch. I feel like you're just coming back. You're just messing with your video. You're not really. Here, you know what? Let's try this. I'm going to stop this meeting. There you go. I ended that meeting. I'm going to start a new meeting. Eli. Word to Eli. If you're watching this, go to the chat and get the link I'm sending you. Thanks again for hanging out with us. Cool cats and kittens. How's everybody's Wednesday going? Hope it's good. I wanted to play video games today, but I had a lot to do. Still don't. Hey, wait a minute.
Can you hear me okay?
Wait a minute.
Can you hear me?
To the chat.
Yeah.
With the link I'm sending you.
I can finally hear you. Hang on. Let me.
You hear me right now?
Hide self view. Yeah, I can hear you. No problem. I can see you. No problem.
How's everybody's?
But maybe
Wednesday?
turn me down.
I can't heir you.
You can't hear me
anymore. I could earlier. Now I can't.
What do you? It's on your side. Hang on. How about now?
Okay, I can hear you.
Awesome. That was on my side. Look at that. Whoops.
Okay. We got the ball rolling here. Jesus Christ. Wow.
Yeah, but maybe turn us down in the background, huh?
I sure will. Hold on. Craig the Hunter. Well,
oh, yo, Craig's there.
Yeah, I saw y'all hitting it off yesterday. Craig showing off his cock. I mean, chicken.
Like you saw that. That was a really fun like that. So like there was like Jeremy the Jester, his little live bar chat he does. This guy Craig was on there. Very fun chat, by the way. But
I want to see what Craig apologized or just
Craig had like a wig on or something like that. I think I remember pointing that out a few times.
He was the Carrot Top guy, right?
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. I don't, that was kind of rude.
Years go on. Word, Carrot Top Craig.
Whoa.
The man with the. Do I call him the man with the cock? No.
Yeah.
Rooster.
I'll let you figure that one out, and then you let me know what you land on.
All right. So yes, this was.
How do you feel about that episode?
All right. For one, I am proud that we did something that just hits on an absolute human level, and I'm glad that seems to have translated well. I like that immediately Indy said, good call. When I expressed that we wanted to share something different, because politics has been a little bit of a burnout,
Yeah. When you're on opiates, if you just don't care. So you definitely don't care about politics. So, knowingly talking about opiates, we'd be like, oh yeah, we can definitely avoid politics right now because this is just what opiates do. They just make you not care about anything.
I don't know. Have we tried to take a bunch of opiates before doing a political show?
Ooh, maybe before vote. Yeah, like you just see us. It's like, yo, tonight we're gonna
talk about Biden. He does something like this.
We're just gonna. You and I are both gonna sound like Biden because we're gonna be like saying a sentence, but as we're passing out, so only certain things are gonna come out. We're gonna be like, "Hey, man, I was talking about the Trump."
And people will have to connect our words separately to formulate a coherent sentence between the two of us.
I don't want to drag this on too long because tomorrow we will be live in studio with the real show Stuck at Night number 56. This is again just a Stuck Reacts, but it was
hold on. First, who is the throat goat? Go on, sir. I'm sorry. That was a very rude interruption.
Oh, like your eyes got sidetracked by throat goat?
Well, he said my girl is the throat goat.
You're bummed out now.
I don't know. I don't know. Is there any competition out there, ladies? No, okay. I don't want to be a creep anymore.
That was pretty creepy. I'm not gonna lie.
I'm a creepy guy.
But hey,
yeah,
that's what it is.
You think I should play with my gun, Josh?
No, don't do that. Let's keep on topic. When you rewatched yourself talking about this, did you get any DCs? I got a few DCs. Listen to myself talk about some
No. It was I hate this is an overused word and I'm gonna start charging myself for saying it, but I found it very cathartic.
That's true.
Truly though, I did. I mean, and then seeing us relive kind of like almost reminiscing in a positive way.
Yeah, some people got butthurt, Christina. Sorry, I had a cough.
Okay. Hello, Finding Kino. I like your play on words. I see what you did there. That's clearly a play on the film Fear and Loathing in Las Vegas.
Can you let all our new viewers know, like, this is not a normal show?
This is not a normal show by any stretch of the imagination. We played what we call Stuck Reacts, which is we take something, we react to it in real time, pre-record it or record it in the moment, and then play it. Usually, Josh will put a little finish on it and do some spicy editing.
Some basic shit. Some basic shit,
Yeah, no. So what happened since I have ducks blocked? I can't figure out how to unblock your ducks. Blah blah blah. But what butt hurt? What happened? I want to get into the.
I guess some people were upset that we were talking about how we wanted to die and stuff like that. So
Don't we all want to die?
No, but how though? I guess. Damn right, I got butt hurt, Josh. Not a joking manner. Okay, well, wow. Sorry.
Josh is the wrong guy to talk to about not joking or levity is.
Yeah. If you tell me not to do it, I'm gonna just do it even more.
Jesus H Christ.
So, dude, what's your second favorite way to want to die? We know the first. Mine is going out in hospice, as we learned. Or then dying in my sleep. What's your second?
Know so not tactful, but honestly, if I had my own way, I would OD. I would.
That's kind of fucked up to say, dude.
Say again?
That's kind of fucked up to say.
Yeah, I know, but it's referring to me and myself and I, so that's it.
I mean, do we all know that that's what hospice is, right? Correct? Like hospice, they just essentially, they stop feeding you. They stop giving you liquids, except every now and again they come in and they wet your lips, with some sponge, and then they just pump you full of morphine. And essentially, you're either gonna die in your sleep from the morphine because because it's respiratory depression, or you're gonna die from lack of food and liquid, but you're gonna still be pretty. But you're still gonna be pretty effed up.
Yeah,
what's up, Craig?
To be honest,
I don't know why I said damn it.
Going out with the morphine thing. I think Eli is saying it would be a less painful way to go. Honestly, if let's say I was resigned to dying, I just whatever reason, be it a suicide or whatever the case, for one, I don't want pain, but I also think going out like a rock star, going out feeling fucking awesome, and this is in the world of hypotheticals. This is not a plan.
Well,
I'm just saying that would be my preferable.
Yeah, but I was asking number 2 because we both kind of stumbled upon that. Because that's essentially what hospice is. They're going to pump me up full of some good stuff. They're not going to feed me, which is going to be nice. So I'll die with a nice flat stomach, before I go. Be nice and ripped looking before I go. And
would I be able to play the cello whatever thing on your rib cage?
Yeah, I'd say right now you can do what you want at that point.
Awesome.
As long as I got my my few milligrams of morphine pumping through my veins, you do what you want with me there, buddy. Except gay stuff. You don't do that. I'll wake up from the morphine thing and I will give back anger to the gay stuff.
Well, I want to read some. Okay, Bert, I'm glad Bert's going to be going live again. That's amazing. But Craig has a message for you, Josh. I'm taking it upon myself to read it to you because I'm that kind of guy. Josh, picture this. Trip to Gatlinburg with me and Eli. We push you off a cliff.
Sounds like a great.
I know.
Wait,
what? Eli and I go eat steak. Love you, Josh.
Wait a minute. He sets up this beautiful picture. Trip to Gatlinburg with me and Eli.
Hell yeah.
Well, see, here's the thing. Here's where Craig messed up. It was just you and him. Why the fuck did I go on your guys' stupid trip? I didn't. You even explicitly said, listen, this is between Craig and I. This is between Craig. Stop it.
Plan.
Yeah, that I wasn't involved in, but now all of a sudden, he's going to teleport me there and then he's going to push me off a cliff? No.
We'll take care of the expenses, Craig.
No. You see, I'm going to be there already on my own volition because I'm a man who likes to take nature pictures. And I happened to fall off the cliff. I did not get pushed, Craig. So you remember that. You write that down. Okay?
That'll be on the official report.
You didn't push me. I fell and I wanted to be there. So there you go. Fucking
have it your way, bro.
Just shot that one down.
Style. I gotta see this show, Yellowstone. Everybody's talking about it.
We're not.
Yeah, I mean, but enough people at work are like, wow, whoa, how cringy is it to look at me flexing with the delay? I won't do that again, Josh. I'm sorry. But Josh, we will buy you candy corn, okay?
Candy corn?
That's
you think that's going to make this better? You buy me candy corn and I'll come? It's almost like you know me. I will be there if you bring candy corn, most definitely. Yeah,
Craig,
let's do this.
Bro. Send me the info. I'll book a flight. We'll take care of Josh.
And it can be some basic
take care of Josh.
It can be some basic, basic bee stuff where you just plant candy corn like every few like inches, and then eventually it just goes off a cliff. And I'm like, ooh, this looks good. And then I just fall off a cliff because I was sidetracked by the candy corn.
No. I have to use the bottom of my foot to give you the little extra nudge. And yeah, Then we can all say, hey, like, Eli ended Josh's pain.
I feel like it just got like serious here now. You want to push me now? You want to push me off a cliff.
That would be called premeditated. Okay.
Have
Eli, ask Josh if he's allergic to the chat, please. It's a common theory. What do you say to that, Josh?
What's that? Oh, that I'm. Well, can you explain kind of what I do on my side? Like, I don't have YouTube open.
Okay, yeah. For one, Josh is manning all the helms in terms of like what the camera shows, pulling up every topic, pulling up every link, playing every video, maintaining the levels for everything. I mean, it's not an easy feat by any means.
This is my view. So
he's got a master control board in front of him.
I'm messing with vMix. I also have to mess with the audio mixer while we're doing it. I have my phone right here that I mix with the soundboard. So
I don't know. People really think you hate the chat here, huh?
I would have to kind of click off and like do something like this. You know what I mean? And go over there.
Yeah, and then risk like the flow getting fucked up and missing whatever we were like talking about. Yeah.
No, but seriously, I was born with chat allergies, so sorry about that.
Okay, well, at least we got the truth out of you. I mean, there was no reason for the song and dance.
I don't really like to talk about my medical information, but I guess people were really interested to know what I was allergic to, and yes, that would be the chat, but by no fault of my own.
You pulled up the chat and you busted out into hives. I was very, very nervous about you.
And if I would have stayed 1 second longer, anaphylactic shock, I wouldn't have been able to do anything. I probably would have died.
So there you have it. It's either
there you go.
Josh stays allergic and does what he does, or he dies.
Yeah, or I die. Decide. I don't think you want me to die.
No, oh my God! Watching myself.
Thank you, Bert. Thank you, Bert.
I did figure he didn't have the chat open. LOL. Josh is a pro.
Well, just the first part. I'm not going to take credit to the second part, but I agree with the first part. I did not have the chat open.
I love the chat, Josh. I remember those blinds from the 80s. Ooh,
which blinds? I haven't updated these blinds since I moved in this place.
That's your boy Craig, bro. He's coming at you swinging like a pro,
but from Craig, he sat there for a second. He's like, what can I like? Oh yeah, maybe the blinds. Yeah, let me say something about you know what I mean? Like, it's kind of more on him that he's that attentive to my background. It kind of says more like that's the best he could pull was the blinds. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, there's
nothing about the
things
talk
going on in the background, man,
or in the foreground, people talking, conversations to be had. And he couldn't poke holes in any of it, so he had to go down far on the list and just like, hey, your blinds are dumb. It's like, oh yeah, okay, no, that's definitely a Craig thing.
Now, I love you, Josh. Josh, you're such a pro.
He goes
Josh,
back and forth
in everything you do.
He's bipolar. Shut
Josh,
up.
I'm proud of you.
Shut up.
Yeah. So here's a secret, guys. We're gonna reveal Josh's weakness. Compliments make him the most uncomfortable. It's the only way you can break the man, even though he needs it. So everybody, show your love for Josh, guys. Go ahead, say something nice about our man, the man himself, Josh. Oh, look at this. Play more.
I wish, dude, Ricardo, I wish I knew that one. I just broke out in that. I let my hair come down. More than words. It's pretty hard. I'm not gonna lie.
Let your hair down, bro. Go ahead. Do the little.
Yeah,
Maybe it's
nuts.
Maybelline.
You put your hair down, and then I'll put mine down, okay?
What do you want me to do with my hair?
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think I'm gonna have to dye it soon.
I wish you would just do the first part.
Oh, okay. I mean, I'm already working on that. Like, we're all technically on that path.
We all are.
Yeah. Nobody gets out of this life alive. You know what I mean?
You know I don't, right, bro? You know I don't. You know I'm just joking. Some people are like,
yeah, no. Oh, and I never get tired of telling people that Josh and I have what I called episode 0, where we had pizza toppings, aka shrooms. I don't know why I even bother with the code words. And oh, look, Josh, I genuinely appreciate your contribution to Sparkle Motion.
what in the hell is going on? What do you mean Sparkle Motion?
You don't know Sparkle
Stop
Motion?
with the comments. Ugh.
All right, if you don't know Sparkle Motion, I think
I do not appreciate all this love right now.
Dude,
y'all
you
can
don't
stop.
know
I just
Sparkle
saw the
Motion.
chat. Y'all can just go away. No, seriously,
Josh
don't
has
go away. But I'm
magical
gonna stop looking at
fingers.
the chat now because I don't like it.
But hold on, you don't know Sparkle Motion?
I do have magic. Watch this. Oh, it looks back on.
Groundbreaking. But Josh, I'm not letting this go.
What?
You don't know Sparkle Motion. I'm starting to question your commitment to Sparkle Motion, Josh.
Did you think in that moment that maybe if I maybe spoke this in like a staccato format,
What's staccato?
Just exactly
Avocado? I like
very
avocado.
broken up. Like if you were more dramatic about it, do you think I'd have been like, oh yeah, stuck motion or whatever the F it's called? No, dude, I don't know it. It doesn't matter how you say it. I don't know it. What does it have to do with, like, can you explain it to me? Then,
Everything, Josh. It has everything to do with the past, the present, the future, you, me, now, the universe,
Sparkle
God,
motion.
devil.
Okay.
Let me see what this is.
I'm confused now. Oh my God, where did he go?
Oh, don't worry.
What is going on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, no, we can hear you.
Oh, okay, I'm coming back, brother. Don't worry. I'm sorry. I had to check a text message from work, but it was inconsequential. Let me open up my Zoom. There you are, buddy.
Fun. Yeah, now we're kind of dragging this on and turning this into just like
Well, but no. Like Sparkle Motion is immensely important. No. Technolificer.
Do you want me to
Nas,
ask? Yes.
It's immensely important. Sparkle Motion. He gave it away in the comment. I don't know if you if you never saw that movie, then we're gonna have to rethink this whole strategy, man.
So I'm looking up what Sparkle Motion is.
All right, it's a fucking reference from the movie Donnie Darko.
See, never saw it. That's why. Sorry, Eli, are you okay?
No, I in shock. I need a drink. I need a.
But you keep your gun down.
No, ooh. Okay, hold on.
You're looking very manly.
Yeah, no, I was not prepared. Man, damn it! Oh, zoom out.
What are you doing? What's going on, bud? What's going on over there?
Security.
Saw you flexing a little bit. Oh, hey, what happened? We lost the bottom half of you. Hey, bud.
I'm not as big as it. Oh God, awful. I never watched these shows.
You have a great camera angle. I'm gonna find that and clip that.
Please don't.
Hey man, you got everybody on the give me love bandwagon. So I'm gonna clip it and make you look bad because you're being so nice to me. Yeah.
Sparkle Motion, bro. Sparkle Motion.
Okay.
Donnie Darko.
I'll watch Donnie Darko. Are we done here?
Man, the pander. And Jesus Josh, just say you don't know what it is, so he will explain. Thank you.
I did. I said I don't know what it is. He still hasn't explained it.
Sparkle Motion is just one little ingredient to the amazing theatrical experience that is Donnie Darko, the director's cut. Only losers watch the actual theatrical version, which I just referenced. So, all right. So yeah, we're dragging this on.
Gotcha.
I'm digging it.
Yeah.
Why are you wearing that stupid man suit? Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that, Josh? Huh? There you go. Play him away, Johnny.
Life seems to fit. Yeah, we're losing. We're losing them. They're dropping. Yeah, let's get the F out of here, huh, bud?
Let's leave before we completely sink the ship.
Yes. So thank you for checking out Stuck Reacts, and we're gonna leave very, very roughly and coldly. So there's no outro music. There's no nothing. So we're just gonna leave. So go home.
Like, share, subscribe. YouTube.com/stuckthemiddle, and check out these duck lips.
Yeah.
Check out the Rock's eyebrow.
Do you smell what they go home? Bye. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow. Go
Later,
home.
bro.
Go. Bye. We'll see you.
I'm gone.
This is it.